Good evening, I'm Camelia and this is KiniNews. Anwar Ibrahim has denied Dr Mahathir Mohamad's claims about blocking foreign leaders from meeting him. When asked for comments by reporters, this was his response. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has dismissed claims by former Prime Minister Dr Mahathir Mohamad that the government had prevented several foreign leaders from meeting him. Anwar pointed out that despite a slew of foreign leaders making official visits to Malaysia recently, none have requested to meet the former Prime Minister. He questioned which foreign minister wanted to meet Mahathir and said that there would be no issue to meet Mahathir if they wanted to. Bernama quoted Anwar as saying that recently leaders from Thailand, Japan, Indonesia and Turkey visited Malaysia, but none requested to meet Mahathir. He added that if they did, he wouldn't say no and that there is nothing wrong with it. Anwar also stressed that Mahathir's allegations should not be entertained. He said Mahathir makes accusations every day, claiming that he has no money, yet his children have over 1 billion ringgit. This is not an allegation, it's a confession, he said. Recently, Mahathir had claimed that Anwar prevented several foreign leaders from meeting him. The former premier said foreign leaders from 2 or 3 countries who were his friends wanted to meet him, but they couldn't. A corn seller has been fined 400 ringgit over a racist sign. His wife, who is Indonesian, was imprisoned for 3 months for not possessing valid travel documents. A corn vendor who made headlines for putting up a racist sign was fined 400 ringgit today. His Indonesian wife, however, has landed in prison for 3 months after being convicted under the Immigration Act for not possessing valid travel documents. The couple was charged in the Sepang Magistrates Court and pleaded guilty to the charges read against them. Sepang District Deputy Police Chief G. Shan Gopal said the incident, which went viral on social media, was investigated under Section 505(b) of the Penal Code, Section 4 of the Sedition Act, and Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998. Shan added that the police have advised the public to maintain harmonious inter-ethnic relations and refrain from making any form of provocation that could incite religious and racial sensitivities, potentially leading to ethnic tensions in this multicultural society. The corn vendor had previously apologized for his actions. The MAHB share sale will not have an effect on national security. The Ministry of Transport said this today in response to a question from an MP. The Transport Ministry views the sale of shares in Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad as not affecting security. This is based on the commitment and cooperation between the Civil Aviation Authority of Malaysia, MAHB, and the police to ensure that security aspects are at the highest level. In a written response published on the Parliament website, the ministry stressed that the government is not selling MAHB shares. Instead, it said government-linked investment companies such as the Employees Provident Fund and Khazanah Nasional Berhad subsidiary, UEM Group Berhad, will collectively raise their MAHB shareholding to 70% from 41%. It added that MAHB will remain operational as a strategic asset of the country post-privatization. MLT also said that MAHB's role remains limited to the operation of airports under its jurisdiction, with all 39 airports in Malaysia remaining under government ownership as stipulated in the operating agreement. It said this in response to Merbau MP Muhammad Nazri Abu Hassan, who had asked how the share sale will affect national security and sovereignty, considering that MAHB manages Malaysia's airports. Nazri also asked about the ministry's measures to ensure that control over important assets, such as Kuala Lumpur International Airport, is not compromised by external interests. In response to this, the MOT said that Malaysia's sovereignty and interests will continue to be safeguarded, as the consortium is led by GLIC companies via a 70% majority shareholding. Additionally, it said the government, via the Minister of Finance, Incorporated, will have a special or golden share in MAHB. It added that as MAHB's special shareholder, it has the right to appoint directors, including a chairperson and a managing director, to ensure that all strategic decisions made by the consortium align with national interests. Read the full story at MalaysiaKini.com. If you would like access to news like this and more, scan the QR code on the screen and subscribe to Malaysia Kini. Next, M. Kulasegaran will not be contesting in the DAP polls. His withdrawal followed that of the party's veteran MPs Tan Kok Wai and Fong Kuei Lun. Another DAP veteran has announced their withdrawal from contesting in the party's upcoming Central Executive Committee (CEC) election, citing the need to make way for younger leaders. In a statement today, DAP Vice Chairperson M. Kulasegaran said it was time to step back as the party rejuvenates itself to meet the nation's evolving challenges. He expressed hope that the party will continue to stay true to its founding principles while charting a new course with the younger generation at the helm. The Deputy Law and Institutional Reforms Minister reminded the party to uphold its socialist foundation by fighting for equity, justice, human rights, and good governance. He said he joined DAP because of its socialist and democratic ideals, a multi-ethnic struggle for a just and inclusive Malaysia, and that it has been a profound honor to be part of this journey. He added that DAP has championed the rights of ordinary, working-class Malaysians and human rights as a whole. He also paid tribute to party members who endured arrests, persecution, and financial hardship to support the party's cause, urging leaders to honor their contributions. Kulasegaran recalled how many of the members then spent from their own pockets to attend party events, assist in elections, and support the party's cause, all in the pure hope of building a better Malaysia despite the financial hardship. He also expressed his gratitude to DAP veterans Lim Kit Siang, Party Chairperson Lim Kuan Eng, Secretary General Anthony Loke, and party supporters for their guidance and solidarity over the years. Kulasegaran's withdrawal followed that of the party's veteran MPs Tan Kok Wai and Fong Kueh Lun, who announced that they would not be contesting to allow space for a new generation of leaders 2 days ago. An NGO has responded to Home Minister Saifuddin Abdullah over his response on Zakir Naik. The Global Human Rights Federation has hit outside Home Minister Saifuddin Nasution Ismail. This came after Saifuddin confirmed that there is no longer a gag order imposed on controversial preacher Dr. Zakir Naik. GRHF President S. Shashi Kumar told Malaysia Kini there seems to be a blatant double standard when it comes to protecting the religious rights of minorities. Shashi also urged Saifuddin to inform the public on the outcome of the 2019 investigation against Zakir. He questioned if it had been classified as no further action. Shashi reminded the government that Zakir has been criticizing non-Islamic religions for a long time and it won't take long before his speeches become a problem to Malaysia's plural society. He said this is about the sensitivity of non-Muslims and we have to step up to safeguard our sensitives too. He added that failure to address these concerns signals that the sensitivities of non-Muslims are seen as less important, as if the minority in this nation can be taken for granted and bullied. Shashi said nobody is against Zakir preaching Islam but questioned the preachers need to question others' faith, often misquoting and misinterpreting their holy books when doing so. Yesterday, Saifuddin had confirmed in the Dewan Rakyat that the police ban against Zakir is no longer in effect. That is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.